intro for how to use this 90-day planner. This is like the core, and there's some core components here that you're going to want to understand, and the video is going to be right here. Okay, so the main planner navigation. So you're going to start with a monthly plan, then you're going to move to a weekly plan before starting to work on the daily plan and review blueprints, right? So the first thing you're going to do is you already have your list of goals, you have the steps, you have all the milestones, you have your habits. You're going to come in here, and you're going to start with month 1, right? Well, you'll see. You're going to click on the month, right? So to complete a monthly plan and review, here's just a placeholder video. I'll have the actual correct video here showing you how to use the monthly plan and review. So it's broken down into 3 months because 90 days is 3 months. And so you would literally just come here because you're at month 1, you're going to come here, click here, and you're going to click on month 1, right? So this is how you plan your month, and then at the end of the month, you're going to use this also to review your month, okay? So this month's milestones, it's a toggle here, so you're going to want to undo that toggle, and you're going to add your top, milestones, the things that you're trying to accomplish that month, right? And you can also link it to a goal. This doesn't necessarily have to all be related to your goals. It could be other things that you need to do that month that are like the major things, like maybe say the top 5 things you need to do. But you need to at least have a few of your, if you have 5 goals, you should have at least, a few of them are linked to an actual goal, okay? Here's where you're going to keep track of your lesser important, but still important for the month of the work to do's, the things I need to do for work, right? So item 1, you come down here, you can keep adding, keep adding to your to-dos, and then this month's personal to-dos, the things I need to do in my personal life for this month, okay? So you're going to just do that. You're going to think about what is it that I need to accomplish this month, the major things, the work to-dos, and the personal to-dos. When you're done with that, you're done with the monthly plan, right? But take some time. Take at least like 30 minutes to an hour to actually plan out your month, right? Think about all the things you would love to get done. And then when the month is done, after 4 weeks, you're going to come back here to the month 1, and you're going to actually review this month. And you're going to review this month by clicking here, this button right here, okay? So let me show you what that looks like. Boom. So monthly review entries, right? So you're on month 1, you're going to, now this is just a sample so you can see what it looks like, right? But you would click the new button, right? When you click new, it's going to pop up here, and it's going to give you the process for reviewing your entire month, okay? Read this. Did you reach all your milestones this month? Yes or no? If not, why? What worked well this month? Go ahead and click in there and type what worked well. What didn't work? Type that in. Do more of. What do you want to do more of this month that you enjoyed, that you liked, that you had fun with, that felt good, right? What do you want to do less of? Like, oh, I want to do less, doing things that I don't want to do, or going places when I don't really want to go. I want to say more, say no more, right? So what do you want to do less of based on this month, right? And so what are my top wins for this month, right? What are the things that I just I'm so happy that I got accomplished, right? And then because we're tracking this is the month, but you're also tracking weekly and daily, you're going to have a list of things that were your top wins, what you made progress on, all that. And then also, what were any failures, anything I saw as a failure for myself. And at the bottom, I have a reframe, how to reframe your failures. And then what is your plan moving forward next month, right? What do I want to do? How can I improve moving forward next month is the next and the final question. And then if you did put something for failure, here's some questions you can ask yourself to arrive and use that failure to your advantage, right? You can come down here, hit enter, and then just type here in journal if you want. When you're done, you've reviewed your month, okay? So that's literally the monthly plan and review process. I'm now going to go over the weekly process. And so to get there, again, you're going to go back to 90-day planner here. You can click there, or you can click the 90-day planner there. And that's how you're going to get there. So here we are again at the 90-day planner homepage. And yours might look a little different because I maybe modified the look of it a little bit, but it's going to be essentially the same thing here. Now you're going to go to, you already planned your month. Now you're ready to start week 1, right? So you're going to click here under week. So here we are on week 1. plan, or this is the weekly plan and review blueprints, right? So you can watch this video right here to understand how to use this blueprint for the weekly plan and review. That video will be right here. This is just a placeholder for the tutorial, part of this. So here's month 1, month 2, month 3. You're on week 1, so you're gonna start with week 1. You're gonna do this on a weekly basis at the start of your week. So the way that I do it is my week starts from Monday, my week ends on Sunday. So on Sunday is when I'm doing my weekly review and my weekly planning for the next week, right? That's how I do it. Depending on when you start this process, you might want to start a certain day or whatever, but it's up to you. So week 1, you're going to literally click on week 1 plan and review. That's your first part, right? So again, it looks a little like the monthly or the monthly plan and review. It's a similar process, very similar. This week's milestones. What are the important things I need to do this week, and which ones are linked to what goals, right? Make sure that you're putting stuff in here that is related to your goals, right? Are you working on the things that you say you want that are going to move the needle, right, towards the dreams and the outcomes that you want? That's why this link goal part is important. Again, to create a new one, just click new, okay? Same thing, work to-dos, list them out for the week, right? You're thinking of just the week. Your personal to-dos, I need to take the cat to the vet, I need to do this, I need to do that, right? Personal things, I need to put my clothes away, right? Those types of things go here for the week, right? And then here's something new that, again, I showed you earlier, but the habit tracker, right? This is where you're gonna track your habits for the week, right? So you're gonna go ahead and click, these are the different habits. Okay, I did it on Monday. You could get in the habit of doing this at the end of every day, right? And going back to the weekly page to update your habits, right? So as you're doing them, you're going to just click them, and here it's giving you a score. At the end of the week, when you review the week, you're going to want this number, right? The score. Again, here is the end of week 1 review section, right? This is important. Just read this. Don't skip this part. This is really, really important. Okay. And to start your weekly review, here there's steps, right? So review this week by clicking Start Weekly Review. Boom, you're going to click that button, right? When you're done with that, you come back here and you're going to plan for the next week. So you're going to click this, and it's going to take you to week 2, right? It's going to take you to the next week that you're going to then set up your milestones, your work to-dos, those types of things, right? So just showing you what it looks like. Start weekly review. Here's weekly review entries, right? And again, here you're going to click new for a new weekly entry. And you can do this one of a few different ways. You can put week, change the title to week whatever, and or I would recommend picking a week, right? So under week, pick the week, right? This comes in handy when you want to look through things and filter through things later. It's really, really helpful, right? So give it a week. Month 1, right? Week 2, whatever week it is, right? And then you don't have to do day, but you could do day. I have up to day 90 there. So this is one of the most important processes in the whole system, right? This is the weekly review. It builds up for your monthly review, right? And the daily builds up for your weekly. So how did you reach all of your milestones this week? Yes or no? If not, why? Here's where you're going to put your total score for your habits, right? What did you get? What was your score for the week? And so this is just so you can keep track of it week by week. You're saying, oh, well, last week I got 30. This week I got 60. I really did well, or this week I only did 15. So these habits, they're kind of falling by the wayside. Maybe you need to adjust them, right? The thing with habits is you need to be consecutive, right? So 21 days is the minimum threshold that you want to aim for. And so this is what's going to help you to keep track of that also. Okay, so what worked well, what didn't work? What do you want to do more of? What do you want to do less of that you did that month? What are your top wins for this week? Were there any failures, right? What were they? How do you plan on improving moving forward? And then again, here's this process for how to reframe your failures and get something really valuable from the things that you feel like you failed at, right? It's a really, really powerful process. Okay, so that's literally the review process for the week, right? And so if you're already catching on, you're going to do the same thing for your daily plan and daily review. Now it's a little The daily is also has some additional fields, right? So like schedule and things like that. And I'm going to go into that next. And so how you get there, again, you're going to go to the top. You're going to click 90-day plan here, planner, or over here, 90-day planner, right? Those are the ways that you get back to this home area, right? And so daily plans, right? So daily plans is also really, really powerful. And if I didn't show you this below, this is just showing you your top 5 goals that you know, it's just like a visual representation. You can click through and get into them to like look at them. And then down here also there's the monthly, weekly, daily, all of your entries. This is where you could find them, right? But let's go back here. So you're ready to get started with your daily plans, right? So you're going to use these to plan your day and your priorities and tasks. And at the end of each day, you're going to review your day and plan your next day. That's the key. At the end of the day, you're going to review what happened that day, good, bad, ugly, happy, sad, whatever. And then you're going to plan the next day, at least the core things that you need to get done, right? Here is where the video for how to use this is going to be. It's under a toggle because once you have done this for 20 days, maybe you don't need to see the video there anymore. So that's also why I did that. But for the daily plan blueprints, what you're going to do is you're going to click here. Let me just check something. Yes, it's set up. So you're going to click the blue button. And now you're going to have, it might take a minute to load. You're going to pick a day number. So you're going to give it a day. So this is day 11, right? Whatever. It's day, let's say day 3, right? Okay, so this is kind of it's a little bit different layout here for this. You're going to use this at the beginning of the day. So what's the date and day? So today's date is whatever. So go ahead and type in the date here. Pick what day it is. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Morning review. This is part of the daily practice process in the mornings. I like to do this in the mornings. I like to fill this part out in the morning, right? What's my affirmation or intention for the day? Type that there. I'm grateful. This is really, really key. If I have something that I'm grateful for, that just keeps me in a different state of being. So write something that you're grateful for, or some things, a list of things that you're grateful for, right? And then what are you excited about for the day? Like what's exciting to you? What are you excited about working on, right? And then here's a section to give you like some deeper like balance and meaning to your life, right? So making sure that I'm doing stuff in different areas of my life. So what am I doing for my health and fitness? What am I doing for fun and recreation? What am I doing personal development wise? What am I doing in my spiritual life? What am I doing when it comes to family and friends? What activities am I doing? And what kind of activities am I doing for my relationships, whether that's romantic or friendship or business or whatever? You don't obviously have to have something for every single piece, right? The goal is not to be overloaded with, I have to do something for this and this, and it's too much, right? Maybe it's 3 or 4. Or also when you look back over this, you could see, well, I'm really working on these areas of my life, but I'm really neglecting this part, right? This is just to give you visibility and like, you know, how to be a more balanced human, right? When it comes to caring about the pieces that we often let go of when we're trying to reach for a goal, right? Because you're going to get to that goal and maybe you neglected your relationships, and that's really what really matters. And, you know, that's going down a rabbit hole. Anyway, so what is the main goal for today, right? So what's the big thing I need to accomplish today? Pick one thing. What's the one thing that if I could only do one thing today, what would it be, right? Literally, if I literally could only do one thing, what would I get done today? And then what are the top priorities, right? So list out your priorities. Like here's priority 1, blah, blah, blah. You can just type here, right? And then as you're doing them, you can literally check them off. Again, you're going to see work to-dos, things I need to do for work today, things I need to do in my personal life. And then here's that habit tracker again. This is also where, again, it's all linked. So you could literally just, for this day, you know, just go down the list, right? I did this, 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 and this, and it should update on the other views for the week, okay? Here's an extra part, the schedule piece. Now, you can use this, or you can use something like Google Calendar or a physical planner if you need that better. But this is just to give you a framework. So like from, you know, plan out your day, like put the things you're going to do, like at least there's a train. I don't know if you can hear that. It's actually really loud. Put your priorities, put the things you need to get done, and put them on the schedule. Oh, I have this call here, blah, 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 right? So the logic is, 6 a.m., here's 30, 6:30, 7 a.m., 7:30, right? So that should be self-explanatory. Put your schedule here. And at the very end of the day, right, as you're laying down to go to sleep or, wind down, you're going to do the same process. You're going to literally start the new daily review. You're going to click this button here, right? It's going to pull up daily review entries. Now, when you click here, you're going to click a new entry, right? You've already seen the same similar process. I would definitely pick a day here, right? So this is going to be able to, so you can keep track of what day it is. And I would also maybe give it a name up here because you're going to see daily review, daily review, daily review. It might be hard for you to notice or see this day thing here, right? So just make sure that you put a number there. Again, you've already seen this review process. Did you reach your milestones today? If not, why? What worked well? What didn't work? Do more of, do less of. What are my top wins for today? Were there any failures? What do I plan on improving tomorrow? Right? That's literally the system in a nutshell, right? Those are the core components for how do you actually define what you want, break down the steps, and track progress and make adjustments along the way, right? This whole planning and review process is going to help you to kind of stay on track towards what you want. And if you're not getting in the direction of what you want, you can readjust what you're doing, right? Or define better milestones, better steps, better tasks, better goals, whatever you're needing. But this is the blueprint. Essentially, this is like the lightweight version 1 of the most important parts of the system that I developed. And the book had much more. The book had a lot more on the front end around vision and all that stuff. And I narrowed it down to the core components of how do I actually achieve, how do I set the goals that I can actually achieve, and what are the steps, what is the blueprint for me to actually get there, what are the instructions, right? So that I just shared with you all of that. And as you're going through this is going to populate, and you're going to see so much value from having a record of what you've been doing, right? And so again, 90-day planner, you click there and you're ready to go. You're doing 7 days, and then now you're back to another week, right? So you're going to literally go back here, do the next week, and you see it's all laid out. So 90 days, it's a little over 91 days. I think it's 91 or 92 days or whatever. So it's about 13 weeks is this period. But yeah, that's in a nutshell what this whole system for achieving what you want is all about. And so now I'm actually going to show what it looks like to use my Life Design Blueprint GPT AI companion, right? Because this is also using this framework in the system, and it can literally prompt you and give you a lot of these questions or a lot of these answers for you, right? So let me find that here.